Хочу пригласить нашего следующего докладчика. Стивен, очень приятно. Пока вы загружаете, наверное, вашу презентацию. Стивен Lacitis, правильно я произношу? Извините, пожалуйста. Менеджер по работе с ключевыми клиентами компании Internet4U. Стивен в своем докладе ответит нам на вопрос, правильно ли мы управляем бизнес-рисками в облачных вычислениях. Пожалуйста.
First of all, I would like to apologize a little bit. My Russian is not as good as I wish to, so I would like to present our company in English, but I understand Russian well, so you can give any questions, and I try to answer them then in Russian, but заранее извиняюсь за ошибки, которые наверное будут. Я представляю компанию Internet4U. We are a product partner of Softline since 2010, and I just want to tell you a little bit about our experience within the cloud. So I don't want to tell you any product, but I want to tell you about our way, how we found our way into the cloud, как мы нашли путь в облака. So, may you help me, please? So, first of all, I want, as my predecessors, talk a little bit about the opportunities. Of course, we heard today a lot about everything. So you all know that cloud changes the way how we consume computer resources. We all know the forecasts about $55 billion in 2013. The cloud market is worldwide growing by 27% a year versus 5% growth in traditional IT services. This means, of course, a huge business for providers, but also a huge opportunity for users, for end users as well as for business users. Internet4U was founded as a traditional internet service provider, but it changed its focus on more or less a managed service provider. And although we are a rather small company with just 30 co-workers and a yearly volume of about $10 million, we were the first to launch a public cloud in Germany. So it doesn't mean that we were the first to launch a cloud. Of course we have Microsoft, of course we have Amazon, but we were the first German provider which cloud was only based in Germany, which is important when it comes to data protection law. So maybe you know that the data protection law in Germany is the most serious and most stringent law in the world. So, for example, if authorities come for whatever reason to your data center, it's in the States, it is here in Russia, and they can come without a judge's decision, and they can take away your service for anti-terrorism fight or for tax reasons. In Germany, this is not possible. So in Germany, you have always to have a judge's decision to touch your personal data, which is especially for our Russian clients very important. When we started our way into the cloud, we saw a lot of different opportunities, a lot of different programs we had. But what we found out is that even with the most convenient software, you had to have a deep knowledge of this software. It took our specialists, our IT specialists, for example, half a year to get really used to the platform we've chosen, which is AppLogic. AppLogic is developed by a small company called 3Terra. 3Terra is now bought by Computer Associates. and they're doing really a great job, but nevertheless, they were so difficult. You need such a deep knowledge of IT know-how, of IT languages, so that we thought, okay, that is not the product we want to give to our clients. And what we understood, because we were client first, we understood that our consumers, so you, if you sit here like businessmen, like owners of companies, big or small, you don't want to know how it works. You want that it works. Okay? So you don't want to learn a computer language. You don't want to learn how to adopt several templates to your servers. And on the other way, you don't want to waste the time of your IT expert on this. What you want is a single integrated platform for all your IT resources and activities. So, after looking around on the markets, and we have checked a lot of solutions, VMware, also as Microsoft solutions, and we found at least this platform called AppLogic, on which we built our own front end. So that, therefore, we founded Scalar Technologies, a daughter company of ours based in Berlin, and they developed a user-friendly back-end based on software which all you already own. So what you can do is, it doesn't matter if you use VMware, which we saw today, which is quite a fantastic software. You can use OpenStack, yeah, or you can use AppLogic. And what we developed is a platform where you can easily, unfortunately, the beamer is not really sharp, so you can see it, but you have three flavors of business there. First of all, you can build virtual machines. Virtual machines means you can choose your operating system, you can choose how much kernels, how much CPU kernels you want to use, you can choose how much RAM do you need just by using the slider. It's not really good to see, but these are the sliders. So you move them back and forth depending on what demand do you have. Of course, you see the monthly cost, and you can bill it rather by an hour or by months. So if you decide to use this virtual machine only for 1 hour in the month, you can use it just for 1 hour, and the other time you shut it down. But on the new start, you don't have to reconfigure the virtual machine anew, so you have it in your, let's say, like in your store, okay, and use it whenever you want to. Furthermore, for more or less larger companies, you can choose where the grid is the basis layer where the cloud is built on. You can use wherever this grid should be. For example, we offer our customers to be hosting their grids in Germany or in their own data center in Russia or whatever it is. Oh. So the second flavor is, in my mind, very interesting for people who are not users by themselves, but just like resellers. Within our cloud app store, you have the ability to build your own app store, but with the templates you want. Means, for example, if you are, let's start with university. So with universities, you have different user groups. For example, some doctor students which use some resources to build their thesis. We have other students which just use it for, for the normal university work. Or you have professors which work on more or less important things. So you can gives them the possibility to take the needed app out of the store as you might know it from your iPhone. Yeah. By that you control, first of all, who is using the app, and furthermore, more important, how much it will pay for that. So it is in your hands to recommend the App Store as you like it. Unfortunately, I cannot give you a live demo version, but the third flavor of our management platform is more or less the most exciting, because I think little people only use one server. So in reality, you have almost a server cluster. You use, for example, a load balancer, then you have 2 or 3 or 4 servers, you have a storage system, and maybe a backup. And out of my experience with our clients, I know that to migrate such complex structures into a cloud sometimes depends on the structure itself, takes up to 1 week. This is, of course, not acceptable in our modern times. So with our platform, it's the same with like a virtual machine. So you choose first your operating system. You choose wherever the grid, where the cloud is based on, will be. Then you choose how the servers will be configured, but then you can choose how many servers you want, and, which is very important for the agility, in Russian it's гибкость, по-моему. So this I didn't find within other products. So for example, you have a process running and you know it's working like, you have to have at minimum 1 server, but it may go up to 5 servers, or to 10, whatever. So, and automatically, when the CPU works more than 30%, automatically the second server switches on. If that happens to the second server, the third server switches on, and so on. So every time 30% of the CPU is being deployed, it switches automatically on a new server. And on the opposite, if the CPU deployment falls 10%, automatically the now not needed server switches off. So you really only pay what you use. And of course, it's to be seen, how much do you pay? You have a forecast, you can pay by an hour, you can pay by a month. You have the possibility to, if you're acting like a reseller, you have the possibility to manage the costs. So you can say like, okay, it costs me 7 cents an hour, but I want you to pay me 10 cents, so he doesn't see even the price you pay. So it's your own white label platform you give to your end clients. I heard the question today, I think it was you about, are we ready to deliver a plug-and-play version? Я по-русски, ладно? Yes. So, давайте по-русски. Короче, мы предлагаем 2 варианта нашему бизнесу. Либо это идет у нас в Германии, то есть там, конечно, мы предлагаем вам hardware at Hewlett Packard, то есть по нашему более надежное техническое оборудование Hewlett Packard. У нас есть самые большие шопинг-клубы в России, например, я могу назвать клубы VIP. Вы, может быть, знаете, клубы VIP являются с 12 миллионами членами самым большим шопинг-клубе в России. Они полностью свой бизнес имеют на наших серверах в Германии. Не потому, что мы такие супергерои или что-то, просто потому, что мы надежно работаем. И, как я уже сказал, вот закон о защите прав данных очень строгий в Германии. Ну, возвращаем к вашему вопросу. Да, мы готовы вам обеспечить решение, называем так, out of the box. То есть, каждое решение будет индивидуальное. Вы нам скажете, что вам нужен, и мы вам посылаем действительно бокс, или только два провода, электрический ток и цвет. И все остальное мы по вашему желанию конфигурируем. Конечно, есть и возможность, что вы ваши процессы перенесите нам в наши дата-центры. У нас есть 4 дата-центра, 2 в Берлине, 2 в Гамбурге. Оба 4 отвечают на 4-й тир, 4-го эшелона по безопасности, да, 4-й уровень безопасности, так как каждому, ну, как угодно, я знаю, что в России иногда запрещено перенести данные за рубежом из-за конфиденциальности, не знаю. Вы не можете. Но мы можем вам этот бокс. Да. Вот, я вас в конце моего доклада приглашаю. Я могу, кому интересуется, я могу вам дать доступ к демо-зоне нашей. То есть вы можете там сам, конечно, после вебинара, наверное, чтобы имел смысл, я могу вам дать доступ к нашей демо-зоне, где вы можете сам посмотреть, как работает именно наша платформа. То есть это 3, скажем, вкуса бизнеса, то есть виртуальные машины, App Store и миграция целых инфраструктур в клауд. Да, это я хочу закончить. Спасибо за ваше внимание.
Спасибо большое. Может быть, есть еще какие-то questions?
Вопрос, когда вам можете ответить или нет, я по схеме посмотрел, у вас возможность переноса процессора во времени. Часть мощности одного процессора передадим. Вопрос по схеме посмотрел, я как-то не
Вы имеете в виду, что конфигурировать то же самое? Естественно, вы можете конфигурировать сервер индивидуально. Вы можете, конечно, дублировать
меньше загружен.
Да. Который находится в вашей структуре или другом. Да, естественно, да. Вот это индивидуально конфигурируется. То есть, как я сказал, да, вы правильно поняли, да. То есть, я назвал как пример, да, допустим, 30%, потом переключаемся на другой. Можно, конечно, вот если этот сервер, загрузка там 10%, да, потом перейдем. Нет, это полная возможность, да.
Так, еще вопросы? Вопросов больше нет. Спасибо большое за доклад. Следующим пунктом нашего мероприятия дальше будет панельная дискуссия на тему 2 года в облаках, что изменилось. Ее ведущий Антон Савов, он, к сожалению, на минуточку вышел, но я думаю, что он сейчас вернется. Антон, я все